Now I'm going to present my second project, which is development of smart gloves for sign language understanding. As we know that the devices are getting smarter day by day with the help of microcontroller, sensors and some sort of communication protocols. So data gloves is one of the emerging applications. One of the most common application of data gloves is sign language understanding or gesture recognition task. Communication is the only way through which we can express our thoughts with the normal person. But for the people with disabilities, for example, deaf and dumb people, they faces difficulties in communicating with normal person. Dumb people generally are not able to talk, so that is why they use sign language to communicate with normal people. But for normal people, it is very difficult to understand their language, and to communicate with the deaf people, sign language is used. So here, data gloves actually help in reducing the communication gap between the normal person and person with disabilities. In this study, our objectives are to develop a data glove which can be used to recognize sign language and to perform one experiment to check its performance in recognizing sign language. Here we have uh, taken American Sign Language alphabets for our experiment purpose, although there are different kinds of sign language used by different countries. All the American Sign Language is widely used for experiment purpose. Based on the past literature, we have found that the many authors have developed smart gloves for their application by varying uh, the combination of sensors. The latest one developed by Lee brothers, they used 5 flex sensors, 2 pressure sensors, 3 axis inertial motion sensors, and they got 98.2% accuracy in performing the American Sign Language alphabet experiment. This is the data glove that we are having in our VR lab. It consists of 14 sensors, and it is also able to give input in the VR environment, and it costs around 9 lakh. And this data glove is developed by us in our VR lab. It consists of 5 flex sensors, 1 accelerometer sensor and 1 microcontroller. So flex sensor works in the principle of the change in bend causes change in resistance, and this resistance change causes voltage to change, and this can be captured through the microcontroller analog pins. This is the microcontroller and these are the analog pins. This is accelerometer sensor. It actually calculates the acceleration along 3 directions: ax, ay, az. And this is the working principle of flex sensor. Change in resistance, which is RB1, if which RB1 increases, then which causes voltage to increase, and generally in flex sensors the voltage is in between 0 to 5 range based on the angle of bend, and these analog pins actually converts this value in between 0 to 1023 in this range. But for our experiment purpose, we have found that the most of the data points lies in between 450 to 750 in this range. So we first before taking the data, we map those data points into 0 to 100 in this scale. So here 0 means fully stretched and 100 means fully bent. And based on the acceleration values, the microcontroller, if we give input the microcontroller to calculate pitch roll yaw values, then it will convert these acceleration values into pitch roll yaw values. This pitch value means the angular displacement along x with the x-axis. Roll means angular displacement with y-axis, and yaw means with z-axis angular displacement. So this pitch roll yaw value can give us the angular position of our hand. This is the data acquisition system. First, the data which are coming from the sensors are stored in the serial port in microcontroller in TXT format, and then this acquisition system, what acquisition system does is it actually converts this TXT format into structured data set, and it can be saved in Excel sheet, and based on the time delay we can have different timestamp data. And for the experiment purpose of American Sign Language alphabet experiment, we have taken 5 users from IIT Kharagpur and Industrial System Engineering Department, and for each user we performed the experiment for 10 times. For each times we have performed for 27 levels experiment, and the total data points here is 5 into 27 into 10, which is 1350. And this is the for one time experiment data set looks like. These are the data from the flex sensors: thumb, index, middle, ring, little, and pitch roll yaw values can be captured from the accelerometer sensor, and these are the levels. This is the summary of the whole data set, and now we have developed one model So first we have taken 80% data for training purpose and 20% data and testing purpose. Uh, then training data set first uh, scale from the training data set. First we uh, scale the features using min max feature scaler, and then we train the model, which is a uh, the SBM classifier with RBF kernel. And then for the testing dataset we predicted, and the prediction for the random test case looks like. Random test case means here we have taken 80% data randomly and 20% data for testing purpose randomly. And this you can see there is confusion, critical confusion between U and V. This is because this U and V also looks like same, but the difference in one case the two fingers are touched, but another case it is not touched. So one literature suggested that we can use here pressure sensor between two fingers to capture this phenomena. And this is the result for random test case. We have got a good accuracy and good F1 score, around 90%, 95% accuracy, and F1 score is 0.95. And then we check the model whether it is overfit or not. For that we splitted the training dataset into 5 subsets, and each time we took one subset for testing purpose and the rest 4 subsets for training purpose. And for each time we have found those results, F1 score results, and these F1 scores results shows that this model is not overfit. And now we have taken for inter-subject test case. Inter-subject test case means here we have taken 4 users for training purpose and 1 user data for testing purpose, and this is the confusion matrix. Here accuracy actually suffers, and one reason can be that we have taken only 5 users, but if we can use if you increase the number of users, we can probably get a better accuracy for that. And this is, you can see the accuracy is very less, 0.65%, and F1 score is also very less. So in conclusion, if we install pressure sensor between fingers, so that can help in increasing the accuracy of our model. And also for inter-subject test case, if we increase the number of subjects, that may help in increasing our accuracy. And in here I have used data gloves for only use experiment for sign language, but in future this data gloves can also be used in health monitoring by measuring temperature and heart rate and etc. It can also be used in ergonomic experiment by installing pressure sensors throughout our data gloves, and also we can measure skin conductance by installing various sensors to perform emotion analysis. Finally, this data glove can also be integrated with smart devices through some communication module to get the audio visual output. These are the references. Thank you.